lively coming out. They be wondering what we talking about.
Salute, salute, salute. Nocturnal thoughts, man, in the dungeon. You know what I'm saying? Going back to my roots, going back to my foundation. Don't forget, you know what I'm saying? Don't skip leg day. Keep your foundation strong. Yo, real quick video, maybe quick video, get out the way. Raw, uncut, no edit. Shawn Porter, Terrence Bud Crawford coming up this weekend. Super excited, you know what I'm saying, as you can tell by the expression on my face. Gonna be a great fight, man. In my mind, I like to think it's a 50-50 fight. Of course, you gotta, you know, when everybody is going this way, me, myself personally, I tend to go the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? That's just my mentality, contrarian. But everybody's picking Bud. A lot of people picking Bud by a knockout. And that'd be a huge statement, a huge exclamation point on his resume and his career. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of odd for me when I hear people say that Bud is the best pound for pound fighter, and at the same time, in the same breath, say that Shawn Porter will be his toughest fight on paper. But I understand it, and it is what it is. Shawn Porter is the type of person that likes to rumble, rugged, tough, ugly, scrapper. You know what I'm saying? And Terrence Bud Crawford is a dog. Both come from a good pedigree. And I just want to see an action-packed fight and let the best man win. Most people count Shawn Porter out completely. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a betting man. If I was a betting man, I would bet on Shawn Porter, because I know that's where the biggest bang for your buck is going to be if Shawn Porter was to do the unthinkable and pull off a miracle upset and win. I'm not a betting man, but I look at Shawn Porter like, you know, I don't know if his training is where it was, you know what I'm saying, 2 years ago, but like Canelo said, don't make excuses. Don't make excuses before the fight. Like, you know, Kenny Porter kind of put it out there that they didn't get the best sparring like they normally do. When Shawn Porter was training for Errol Spence, he sparred with David Benavidez. He sparred with Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. For this camp, the only name I heard, Darrell and Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, man, I want to see Shawn Porter at his best. You dig? And Terrence Bud Crawford definitely is a gym rat. Stayed focused, stayed dedicated, and has been training. I don't see him being distracted like Shawn Porter is kind of wearing so many different hats. You know, he want to have the podcast. He does the commentation, and you know, to me, I don't know where the training is, where that fits into his life, how hungry he really is. But I want to see Shawn Porter, you know what I'm saying, be Shawn Porter. I don't want to see Shawn Porter versus Yordenis Ugas or Shawn Porter versus Sebastian Formella. I want to see Shawn Porter versus Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter that fought Errol Spence. If that guy can show up, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. You know, Terrence Bud Crawford, his resume is in the welterweight division. I was always critical. They say Shawn Porter's fought everybody in the welterweight division. That's just not true. Shawn Porter hasn't fought Jeff Horn. Shawn Porter didn't get to fight Manny Pacquiao. Shawn Porter didn't fight Egidijus Kavalauskas. Shawn Porter didn't fight Amir Khan and Jose Benavidez. They do have a common opponent with Kell Brook. And I think there's just a huge separation in the versions of Kell Brook that fought Shawn Porter and the version that fought Terrence Bud Crawford. I don't think Amir Khan did any service to Terrence Bud Crawford by quitting after that low blow, and I don't think that Kell Brook did any service to Terrence Bud Crawford. You know, coming in lighting the ass, training just mainly cardio, kind of, you know, just not being the same Kell Brook. Kind of like Teddy Atlas said, a ghost ship. You know what I'm saying? Everything's still, he looks good, but as far as him being the fighter he was in his prime, not at all, not even close. And then Shawn Porter has fought everybody, Keith Thurman, everybody else. He fought Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Yordanis Ugas, Andre Berto, Paulie Malignaggi, Adrian Broner. The list goes on and on. Terrence Bud Crawford fought Gamboa. That should help him out for this fight. Hammer and Hank Lundy, Julius Andongo, etc., etc. So both of these guys' resume is at the pinnacle as far as there is no one left. I'm not going to mention the truth. We're not going to go into that conversation because everybody is putting that conversation into the mix, and I just want to completely highlight not Errol Spence. I just want to completely highlight Terrence Bud Crawford and Shawn Porter in this fight and let the best man win. And after the fight, we can talk about what it means as far as how I feel about it concerning the Errol Spence situation. But right now, I don't even think that is a situation to be spoken of. You dig what I'm saying? I just want to see Shawn Porter fight tooth and nail. Don't try to be pretty. Don't try to outbox. Just go in there and mix it up, of course. You got to do some boxing. But go in there and, tooth and nail scrap like this is your last fight. Leave it all in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Fight with everything you got in you. And really put pressure on this guy. Because I just can't imagine that Agitas Kavalauskas and Jose Benavidez and Amir Khan are better fighters than Shawn Porter. I just can't see that. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, we know that Shawn Porter has some physical limitations. And he's not as accurate. He's not a sharpshooter. He's not very, he's not precision. He's not a scalpel doing surgery. He's a machete. You know what I'm saying? Just chopping through timber, chopping through the bush. So we know that the advantages as far as who has the arsenal, who has the tool shed with the best tools. We know that's Terrence Bud Crawford. But I don't think Terrence Bud Crawford has been in a hard 12 round brutal fight with any true welterweight. So it's going to say a lot for his career, his resume in the welterweight division to outcondition, battle of attrition, outbox. I would like to see Terrence Bud Crawford get in there and dog out Shawn Porter. And if he knocks him out, you know what I'm saying, that'd be great post-fight conversations to have. But I expect him to win by decision, 12-round decision. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing people like, 8-4, 9-3. That sounds solid to me. But I cannot count Shawn Porter out of this simply because I just don't see Terrence Bud Crawford fighting that type of pressure in the welterweight division. So I expect it to be 50-50, leaning towards Terrence Bud Crawford and let the best man win. And, you know what I'm saying, see y'all on the other side. A lot of people talking about this fight, and I'm going to let them have it. And I'm getting back to focusing on some other things, but I'm still tapped into boxing. I did check out all the fights that's been going on. But right now, anyways, man, Shawn Porter, Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford definitely is a boxing virtuoso, can mix it up. He can switch, hit, power with both hands. You know what I'm saying? Seamless transition from southpaw to orthodox, offense to defense. But, time is not on his side. He's getting older. We'll see what he brings to the ring. Shawn Porter is not getting any younger. We'll see what he brings to the ring. I expect nothing less than a barn burner. And if I see anything suspicious, if I see a friendly exhibition, if I see friendly combat, I'm going to call it what it is. And I'm not going to give any guy the credit of a battle if they don't have a battle. You dig? But it is what it is. I expect to see a war. I expect to see a battle. Hopefully that's what it be. That's all I got to say. I would have a long conversation if we was to talk about the whole triangle theory and et cetera, but there's no point in doing that. You know what I'm saying? I get tired of even hearing that conversation. I really do. So I'm not going to talk about it myself. I think about it, but I'm not going to talk about it. I think that Shawn Porter and Terrence Bud Crawford is the best of what we have to see in the welterweight division right now. So let it go down. As far as the veteran guys, because that Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, that's a problem that I don't think these guys want to solve. It is what it is. If I was any one of those guys, I'd be trying to take them out while they was young. I would do too. If I was Terrence Bud Crawford, I would be trying to fight Boots Ennis the way Floyd Money Mayweather caught Canelo while he was young. You know what I'm saying? Beat him while he's young. Now Canelo's forever on Floyd Money Mayweather's resume. So when no matter how much Canelo accomplished, Mayweather can always say, "But I beat him." Terrence Bud Crawford should have went and fought Virgil Ortiz, smoked him, beat him, or Boots Ennis and beat him, and then let him pass the torch and let Virgil Ortiz or Boots go off and create greatness, and then you can say, yeah, he wouldn't be as great as he is now if it wasn't for me, because I gave him his first ass whooping. It is what it is. They don't want to fight the young bucks. They want to fight each other. Let's see what happens between Terrence Bud Crawford and Shawn Porter. Like I said, I'm not counting Shawn Porter out at all. I expect Shawn Porter to come in there and maul and brawl and fight like Heathcliff. You know what I'm saying? Just a big fight dust cloud where you can't tell what's going down. And then, I wouldn't let Terrence Bud Crawford breathe, because you know he's a sharpshooter. You know he's accurate. You know he throws punches from all kind of angles with power in both hands. I would smother him. I would make it ugly. I would Andre Berto him if I was Shawn Porter. If Shawn Porter tried to come in there with that Sebastian Formella, picking him off, boxing, or the same thing he tried to do with Yordenis Ugas, where a lot of people think Yordenis Ugas won that fight simply because Shawn Porter was trying to do something different, hey, man, then I'm not going to give all that credit to him. I'm going to be like, Shawn Porter fought the wrong fight, even though Shawn Porter has limitations. Shawn Porter has one way to win this fight, in my opinion, and that is to pull out everything in his tool shed and just throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at Terrence Bud Crawford. Fight tooth and nail and damn near die in the ring, period, point blank. And even that might not be good enough, because Terrence Bud Crawford, he's a complete fighter. You dig what I'm saying? Nocturnal Thoughts, man. I salute y'all. Peace. Enjoy the fight. Don't forget to train your legs. You know what I'm saying? Old school Nocturnal Thoughts. Training in the dungeon, baby. I'm out. Salute. Peace.
Sleepy going in, lively coming out. They be wondering what we talking about.